Good morning, everyone. So, we will start our reading session, and we are reading Win Your Inner Battles, Defeat the Enemy Within, and Live with Purpose. We were reading yesterday about how we can differentiate between what we can control, what we cannot control, and what questions to ask in certain circumstances, in difficult situations, so that we can give the right perspective. We are reading forward, and it is about the next chapter, which is visualize. So once you have figured out what is the worst thing is that can happen, envision, and that it will happen. Research shows that visualizing triggers a real response in your brain. In fact, when you visualize that something bad happens, your brain thinks it has happened. Your brain is not good at distinguishing whether something really happened or not. Consequently, your brain triggers a similar response when you imagine something. So, this is about what exactly happens when we visualize. Now, visualization is an extremely powerful tool that we keep on doing alternate days, of course. So, used by the most successful people on earth. I mean, there are many sport persons, and we have got many examples. Also, the author has given many examples that they used to visualize, like what exactly the matches or the sports, where whatever the things are that is happening, and exactly they used to win accordingly. So there is one wrestler, and he is telling his example that I had to fight with the particular person in round one, and then of course I knew how to win it because he had all visualized the same examples even we have. Like say Virat Kohli, he is also keep on mentioning this that visualization. So he will have one match inside his head first, and then he'll be doing it. So when we visualize something to happen, it almost feels like deja vu when it is really happening. So visualizing something bad to happen is counterintuitive, but it will make us accept our fate. So once we accept it, we can improve it. So both ways. Visualization, what we do is looking forward. I mean, anticipating that event will happen in future, and we are doing it. And one that yesterday author has mentioned that one question you can ask: what worst can happen? Accept it and then accordingly face the situation. So it is like both ways. So the next is commit to improvement. If we want to have a successful career and fulfilling social life, we need to commit to make it happen because action follows commitment. So basically, as we understand, reading all about this, doing these practices, but what is important is taking action. Now, thus, without commitment, we will never act. Commitment only takes us to say, I can do this. This will give us more control over our life. When we gain control over our life, we start defeating fear, stress, and anxiety. Fear cannot survive when it is not in control. So, again, here how we understand. So, the first part, so here we and the first part, which is about understanding that inner warfare. So, what exactly the things are going in our mind. So, once we have the awareness, then the second part is taking control. So, then it comes like how we can take control over this situation. So, the second portion we start, and it starts with a beautiful quote: I can control my destiny, but not my fate. Destiny means there are opportunities to turn right or left, but fate is a one-way street. I believe we all have the choice as to whether we fulfill our destiny, but our fate is sealed. So, without action, there is no outcome. The best cure for fear is action. So here, fear is one representative of those negative emotions or negative or those enemies which are inside us. So always act with courage and dominate your enemy. Taking control means we take matters in our own hands with full responsibility. And we do understand, we had read like how we get control over all these things by taking responsibility that this is all my creation. I have only created it by my thought process. So now I know how to change it. So we start with the first one insight in this, that is act. So when it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, do not adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. So it's very nice quote that, whenever it is something difficult, it doesn't mean that you are changing your goals all the time. You really need to change the action steps. So there are two guarantees in life. As everyone knows, life is not forever. We know that. However, the other guarantee is something that not many realize. If you do not take action, there will be no outcome. So obviously, even the law of attraction, it says that ultimately, after the right thought process, after you ask, once you believe, of course, before receiving, you should be, acting on whatever your thought process, because without action, we will never get any result. So the only certain outcome is that you do not achieve anything at all. So if you do not take action, of course, taking action is the most important step in conquering our fears. The good thing about taking action is that it's very simple. You can act or not. There's no in between. So too often, our friends, colleagues, coaches, managers tell us to take action or not to be afraid and go do something. At the same time, we read books and articles that give examples of all the great things that people have achieved. Of course, we also keep on doing the same thing every single day, every single morning to gain the knowledge. What is the right thing? What is the right thought process? What are the practices to improve your personalities? For instance, they say how much XYZ person has practiced, how much money they have gained, or what is the great innovation that they have made. But if it was so easy to take action, why is not everybody doing it? So we have got this process everywhere. We read so many books, we listen so many podcasts, we have everything available, but why it is not possible for everyone to take action? So now we are taking it step by step, like how we will be able to take action on whatever we are reading or whatever we are gaining the knowledge. So the next one is build confidence with competence. So what people do not tell you is that it takes confidence to take action. Some people have more guts than others, but most of us need courage to take action. Now, creating confidence is the first step in taking action. You build confidence by learning new skills and competences. You will notice yourself, you will notice your self-confidence rising once you master new skills. So now you really need certain skill set so that you will be able to, do certain things. So that is, of course, important, that self-confidence. So author says, I have researched self-confidence for years, and most practical theory that I have found is something called as confidence by competence. Now, there was a long back one article published called Self-Confidence for Competence in one particular educational journal. And in that article, the author discussed self-confidence for teachers, but I have found it useful in all the settings in life. So if you look up the definition of self-confidence, you always get more or less the same description. So the description is mainly a trust in self, a faith in one's ability to be able to meet situations as they may arise. So whatever situations arise, you are trusting yourself and you are trusting your ability. So the most important quote in this article was self-confidence without competence is of as little use as is competence without self-confidence. So this means, say for example, going to business school is competence, but using your business competence to lead a company is self-confidence. That means you are learning skills. Good. That means you are improving the competency, but you really need to use it in reality, in the situations, and then that is the self-confidence plus competence. So there are useful when you combine them. So that analogy goes both ways. Just confidence in yourself without confidence, competence is also useless. Talking the talk is not the sustainable strategy. It's not just only talks. We really need to show the world. So you need to talk, you need to work on it. You also need to develop the skills to back up your talk. Now, how to build? So, building your self confidence. So, you become more self confident if you become better at what you do. So, you have to work on the things better and better and better. That's the system, and it is backed by research. So, how can you use this information? So, the following process is easy, but completing steps take the hard work. So, it goes like improve your competencies, that means develop your skills, put them into practice, keep doing it. So, whatever we read, keep doing it so that you will see the results. Third is see the results, then grow. Fourth one, grow more confident. Seeing the results, you get it into your system and you are more confident to use it again and repeat. So, that's the complete process. So, keep doing, keep working on it, keep practicing and repeat. So, that's what is the complete action. So with this, we will be moving towards the next segment, which is today guided meditation. So now start sitting in comfortable position with your spine straight and eyes closed, focusing on your breathing. Deep breath in, hold for a moment, and slowly exhale. One more time. Deep breath in, hold for a moment, and slowly exhale. Now imagine you sitting peacefully beside the river. It's flowing. Water move effortlessly. Now just notice your worries. It can be about the future, perhaps other people's opinions, unexpected situations, or things beyond your control. Pick up each worry like a small leaf, place it gently into the river. Watch it floating away. There is nothing to chase, nothing to hold. Just observe. And ask yourself, what is within my control today? You get answer what you say that is your attitude, your words, your actions, choices, and else allow the river to carry away and say to yourself, I release what I cannot control. I focus on what I can influence. And please begins with acceptance. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel your breath becoming softer. Mind becoming clearer. Just stay in this peaceful silence. Moments. Deep breath in. You are bringing this calm and clarity into your day today. Whenever you feel ready, open your eyes, open yours, with your palms, put on your eyes and feel.
Around
And
90%.
slowly open your eyes. And now with this, we'll move on to our next segment.
Good morning, everyone. So we move on to the next segment. And today, as we have been discussing about visualization, a very powerful tool to actually create your new reality. We have been doing it past 2.5, 3 years now. And on regular basis, we have connected ourselves and our inner conscious to that concept of visualization. Along with that, if you incorporate visualization or you merge visualization with your affirmation, you will see a double power packed difference in your real situation. So, today we are going to do exactly like that. We are going to create affirmations which are focusing on how I visualize the things so that my mind is created around it because the concept itself was very powerful, saying that if you visualize what you want to see as your reality, what you want to become, you will start seeing that, but it just takes those few steps to reach there. So, to start with, I'm going to share my screen. I request all of you to get ready with your journals, your pens, and we start writing our affirmations. Because again, this is another powerful tool which helps us to frame the new setup, the mind which we need to work on. So, just a second. I am just opening up. Okay, so here we go with the text box. To start with, first and foremost, because we are going to empower ourselves with this power of visualization, so you are framing your sentences based on that. The first one says, I see myself remaining calm while everything around me changes. So you are consciously making that effort where you are seeing yourself being calm and composed in complicated situations, or maybe the situations which turn around or maybe become different in your environment. So I see myself remaining calm while everything around me changes. So this is actually again a way of training your brain that this is how you are working on yourself, that you are giving instruction to your brain that I'm seeing this happening in my life. I'm calm and composed in difficult situations. Once you are calm and composed, or you start building this thought process, you become the leader. You are the one who is defining your mind, what to think and how to act. So I am the leader of my thoughts, emotions, and actions. Because your mind is not controlling you anymore. You are giving instruction to your mind to follow. So I am the leader of my thoughts, emotions, and actions. This is quite powerful because half of the time, what you will see that your mind is ruling you. So there is an error. Mind. Okay. So your mind is ruling you, and that's where this overthinking seeps in. That's where you are continuously just thinking about those things which are not even existing, but because of your mind, you are building in your head. So you are cutting that loop and you are instructing your mind that I am the leader. I am deciding what I have to think, how I have to act, what is my emotion. I am going to control. I have that control on myself. So when you see that you become the leader of your thoughts, whatever happens around may not affect you that much. So no matter what happens around me, I remain centered within, which is important. Chaos outside is not in your control, but your within yourself, you need to have calm or chaos that is in your control. So no matter what happens around me, I remain centered within. Because again, I'm repeating that chaos outside or the change outside is not in your control. What is in your control is to just keep your inner self intact. The more you will repeat, the more you will start believing on it. Because till date, what has happened, we have believed that my mind give me instructions and I follow that. And that's where your mind is always on guard. It's always on protective mode. And that's why it is saving you from all challenges and not letting you take those courageous steps. So here you are instructing your mind and you are taking charge of the situation. This will help you to overcome your challenges in the outer world. Now, when you are clear that you are taking control of everything, all the experiences which you come across on daily basis, they make you stronger. They don't weak you inside. So every experience is making me emotionally stronger. Experience can be good, it can be bad, it can be ugly, whatever it is making me stronger. And in those who feel that emotional disturbance is a chaos and is creates chaos inside, you can write emotionally stronger. Those who feel that I need to work on my mental space, So you can mention it makes me mentally stronger, depending on how you want to or what you want to improve. And in the end, we always write one affirmation of my choice because we always believe that what you choose, you are doing it with your own happiness. So I choose to become calm, confident, and courageous. This is my choice. It's not someone is imposing on me. It's not that my mind is telling me that I have to be like that. I am choosing to become calm. So I choose to become calm, confident, and courageous. Now, whatever you choose to be, you can put all those statements there, all those words there. Because we were talking a lot about courage today, we were talking about this calmness today. So I have put these words in reference to what we were reading. But if you feel that I need to be more powerful, if you feel that I need to be more positive, you choose to become that and you write those qualities in your affirmations. Now, this is independent to everyone, whatever you want to fill in. But the more you will believe, the more you will repeat, the more you will see the results happening in your outer world. Many a times people do ask me that we are doing affirmations and they don't show major impact. Let me just add a disclaimer here. Just by repeating words, you will not see some change happening. You have to believe on them. So, वो विश्वास के साथ करने से the impact is stronger. Believe as if it is working. Believe as if it is happening. Believe as if you are living that life, what you are visualizing and affirming about. I'll be sharing the same list of affirmations with you in the group as well. You are definitely independent to create your own. But repetition of these affirmations will give you that power and strength to believe in yourself and overcome your challenges of the outer world. On that note, we end today's session. We meet tomorrow again, same time, same place, same link. Till then, have a great positive day. Bye bye. Take care.